My name is Guy. Thank you for welcoming me here. Now, what I would like to share with you is that we are blessed to be alive. Living is a gift, but we forget. We forget because we get so busy. Busy with traffic, as in the street right now, money, relationship, and that's okay. What I wanted to share with you was my personal journey. So, why am I in Tbilisi? I'm here to visit hospitals. So there's different kinds of clowns. There's clown for the circus, clown to make shows. I'm a clown that goes in hospitals. I'm a clown that goes to see sick children, go to the orphanage. And the idea is that, I'm sure you've all been in hospitals before. You've been in hospitals? Is it a nice place?
No.
Well,
In Georgia.
especially in Georgia. Well, even us as adults, when we are in hospitals, it's not the best of time for us to be there. So imagine a child, he's totally helpless. So what does a hospital clown does is that when we are in hospitals, if you think about hierarchy, if you're a child, you have no choice. You have to do what your parents tell you. You have to do what your doctor tells you. You have to do what the nurse tells you. And you are in pain. That's all at the same time. And you're scared because you're not at home. You're not with your family. You're not with your toys. So as a clown, when we go there, we are the lowest of the people. We don't ask anything of the child. So the child, who is totally powerless in the hospital, we come and he has power over us. He can do anything he wants with us. He suddenly feels empowered. He's no longer a sick person. He's no longer somebody who must follow rules. With us, some child, they want to play. Some child, they start by hitting us, which is okay, which is fun, because then we turn it into a game. So the idea is to bring power to the child. We do that with humor. The clown nose is like a symbol. It's a way to say, I'm a safe person. Because you're surrounded by strangers. Something very important when we visit any hospital or any orphanage or care center is each time we go into a room, the first thing we do is we knock. And it's all about the eyes. We ask permission. We never go over to the child without first asking. So, I became a doctor clown 10 years ago. I'm old. I think I'm 65 now. So at 55, my life changed. So nobody worries here about your age, because your life can change at any time. Whatever the circumstance you are in, life is a gift, and life is there for you. I started my life as an artist, making painting, sculptures, ceramics. But I was scared of life. I didn't grow up in a good family. And this is part of the story that's in the book. So I always ask questions about who am I? Why am I living here? What's the point of being alive? Each day was a struggle. I know it's not nice to speak about suicide, but for me, suicide was always in my mind. In a way that it wasn't something special. Luckily, it didn't happen because I'm still here. But just to say that we all have our struggles, our situations to deal with. And the first step for me that changed my life was actually music. Because music, in a way, has no language. And music can move across the world. So, as a young child, I listened to all type of music. Jazz and disco and classical and what other is there? Rock and roll. Rap, yeah! I like rap. I love rap. Country western, yahoo! Music. I listen to all kinds of music. My music library, I had like 1,000 records, lots of records. I couldn't express my feelings. There was no way I could express my feelings. But then I would take some music, and then the music would be expressing my feeling. So the first thing that saved my life to find my feelings was to find music. I started to write after. I don't know if you know what is a journal, but it's a book, a white book. And for the last 50 years I've been writing, which was very helpful when I wrote my book, because I reread everything. So finding a way to express whatever is inside, outside, is something transformational. And that's why, I'm blessed to be a guest here at Prospero's, because this is all the books here. That's the purpose, that's one of the purpose of the books here, is to share, is to tell a story. Do some of you like movies? You like movies? Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
There are a lot of movies I like.
Yeah, which one? Just think about it. Famous movie.
Roman Holidays, but maybe you...
Roman Holidays. Yes, I know. That's a classic. Singing in the Rain. That's nice too. Les Parapluies de Cherbourg. Fame. Have you ever heard the movie Fame? It's about an art school in New York. And it's all like people like you and me. And they go there, somebody becomes a drummer, another a singer, another a dancer. So it's all about expressing your feelings. So in a way, today, when I go to hospitals, that's what I open to the kids. I say, I am here. I am not here for myself. I am here for you. I will listen to you. Did you ever hear the expression, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth? Did you hear that one? It means that you must listen 2 times more than you speak. That's the idea. So when I go to hospital, I'm there for that. So I was an artist. I did painting, sculpture. What I liked was telling stories. I wasn't much into abstract art, colors, but I was telling about everyday life. Something very special happened in my paintings when I went to Europe. I don't know if you know a lot about America. Who has been to America? You lucky one has been to America. You have been to America. Well, I wish for you to travel. What's your dream place? Tell me. What's your dream? Where would you like to go?
Berlin, I think.
Which one?
Berlin.
Berlin in Germany. You.
Darling, to have a rest.
And what?
I've been already. It's Paris.
Ah, Paris, la ville lumière. And you? Where would you like?
Bali.
Ah, I want to go to Bali too.
Okay, relax.
Yeah. And you?
Well, California, I think.
California. Oh, I like that. California. I like that. Whoa. Thank you for sharing your dreams. That's
For you?
for me. Well, thank you for asking. Actually, Bali, I would like to go because a few years ago I was playing gamelan, which is the steel instrument. So, which brings me, thank you, I didn't think about it. So, I listened to music, but I was very quiet. I was very shy. I never had a voice, but at our home, we had the piano. And when nobody was at home, my brothers, my sister, my parents, I would go and play the piano by myself. I actually recorded those music from 50 years ago. That's kind of crazy. And it's on the internet now, this piano music. So music was a way to find a voice. It took me many years to dare. Are you sometimes scared of trying something? No?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Every day.
Every day. Ooh. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is a challenge.
Life is a challenge. I love this. Life is a challenge and life is a gift. How can we put these together? I challenge myself too. It's hard to challenge yourself.
You just go with that.
You just go with that.
You just go with the ride.
You just go with the ride. I love that idea. So I was playing piano, and finally, after many, many years, I started singing. I finally sang in a choir. So I've been singing in choirs for the last 30 years now. And actually, a few years ago, I sang Suliko, which I just learned it's a Georgian song. So I didn't prepare and I won't sing it, but I love it. So making art, playing music, listening to music, writing, and then singing was a way to, from the inside, to go out. Living in America, there's art. There's art in America. You know, we call it the New World. I don't know if you ever heard that. America is the New World, so this is the old world. And there's advantage and disadvantage on both way. So in America, when I was in art school, I would see the Van Gogh and Renoir. I won't impress you with all the names, but famous European artists, but I could only see them in books or in PowerPoint, in slides. But from that image, you cannot get the feeling. of the artist, of the person. So my dream was to go to Europe. And in 1984, how many years ago is that? 1984. How many years ago is that? 1984.
61. Oh no, 41.
40 years ago. Oh, I'm old. Oh my God. That's when I get too serious. His name is Tocino. I forgot what it is in Georgian. It means Tocino is in Spanish. It means pig. How do you say pig in Georgian?
Gochi.
Gochi.
Gochi is smaller one. It's a son of the pink.
Gochi. So his name is Gochi. Yesterday I was walking in the street and then a man asked me, "What are you doing?" I wanted to translate. I want half a kilo of tomatoes. He thought I was looking for a church or something. I said, no. So, pomodoro, kilo, pomidori. Anyway. So, and then I told him I was a clown. And that my name was Giard. And he said, "Oh, Gigi."
Who said that?
He did.
Ah.
Because I was asking, how do you say happiness in Georgian? How do you say it? Betnieri?
Bedniere ba.
Oh boy. Betnier, ba. Okay. But he said, okay, well, my name, Gigi, it means crazy. I said, it's okay. I don't mind being crazy. So, I couldn't learn art from books. So I went for 2 months in Europe in '84. I went to Paris. I went to Italy. The food, Italy. The people, it was so nice. And then I saw the real work. Caravaggio, Van Gogh. And then when you see the paint and the art, you get a feeling of why they were making that work. So after that, I came back to Canada and I started to do a lot of portraits, modern art like that. But the strange thing is that I was not painting, how could I say, buildings or typical churches. I wanted to paint people. But I was too shy. So I walked with my camera and I took pictures in the street of people. But I started to take pictures of homeless people. People who have no home, people who live in the street. And I started to make paintings of that. Now that's very strange. So today I am a clown and I take care of people who are in the street. I take care of people who are suffering. So there was something inside of me, a calling. I don't know how to say that in Georgian, but a calling when you feel like there's something I must do in life. You don't really know what it is, and I hope all of you take a good way to know when you find your calling is when you do an activity and you forget to eat, you forget to sleep, you forget time, and you do that activity, and there's no reason, there's no logic. You're not going to make money from it. You might make money from it, But that's not why you do it. When you start to do the activity, that you just feel, I do it. It might be singing, it might be dancing, it might be doing mathematics. Every person is different. And this is a gift from the universe. I developed tools. So this is like my passion, my love of life, but there's also tools. And life is a gift, and the first gift it gives you is you have a calling. There's a reason why you are here. And from your calling, you will find your purpose. And from your purpose, you will find, you have to help me with that one, your talents, your gifts. How do you say talents? The things you...
Talented. Same.
The same.
Same word in Georgian.
Niji.
Niji, talents. And from your talents, you will find your passions. Everybody say,
Wow.
wow. What's your passion? You might have many. What do you like to do?
Playing volleyball.
Playing volleyball. Perfect. Wonderful.
My passion?
Yeah.
Right now I have many.
Just one.
Interior designing.
Interior designing. Beautiful.
Dance.
Writing, I guess.
Writing.
For me, drawing, painting.
Drawing or
And
painting.
singing sometimes is I'm alone.
And that's wonderful. Yeah, also when I'm alone too. And the thing about the universe is you have a calling. And the way I talk about it, we have one calling. But your calling is going to bring you different purpose. It means that when you're 10 years old, your purpose is going to be something. When you're 20 or 30 years old, your purpose might be something else. When you're 40, 50, that will change. But it will always focus on your calling. And we have gifts, we have talents, passions.
Calling.
Exactly.
That's good.
A calling is
I was
yeah, thank you. That's why it's important to find a word, because I use words in English. That's already one thing. But also when I share my thoughts, each person must find the word that resonates with them. For example, I talk about the soul, the geest, the
Suli.
voilà. Some people don't like that word. They're gonna say, "Oh, no. The self. The self is better. The soul, or you could say the I. You know what makes you you. There's something unique. Each one is you. It is something like that." Continue on my story. So I started to paint people in the street in my big paintings. All of this you can see on the internet. They're still there. And I wanted to go back, my dream, my passion, and I went to study in Amsterdam. I studied art. So for 4 years, I lived in Amsterdam. I was scared. Everybody say, oh, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I was living in secret, in hiding.
Why?
Because I was worthless. I wasn't worth anything. I wasn't worth money. I wasn't worth listening to. I was worth... Yeah, I was nothing. You know, when you say a struggle, you said before, every day is a... what the word? Challenge, thank you. For you, challenge. For me, struggle. Struggle is like when you're you have your head, there's water. And for you, challenge, maybe the water is here. And then you just kind of,
No, boxing.
there you go, I like that. I like boxing.
every day. Problems.
Boxing every day.
Problems.
I love that. Thank you. That's wonderful. So
I'm a boxer every day.
I love that. That's good.
That's not good. That's terrible.
Well, I was struggling, meaning that this was water, and every day my nose was just like above. But I didn't know that. That was my life in Canada. That was my family in Canada. I didn't know. So when I was in Amsterdam, I lived in secret in my studio because I was not worth any money, to pay rent. I didn't have much anyway. And even today, for me, thank you. Even today, for me, it's a struggle to buy myself a nice thing. Yesterday, I think,
Buy yourself nice things?
just a drink.
Just
A drink. Yesterday, you would be proud of me. When you say challenge, I went to Saveur, Sabore, a pastry shop. I didn't look at the price, and I just bought myself a cheesecake because I deserve it.
Of course.
Yeah, for you, of course, not for me. But anyway, let's go back to our story. In Amsterdam, after 2.5 years, I fell in love with a nice lady.
How old you were?
30 something. Yeah. But then the nice lady just kind of threw me away. But so bad that, my life was over. And I felt that if I had a gun, I would shoot myself.
That's called depression.
She was born in Amsterdam?
Yeah. But the idea is to say that we all have our struggles in life. But from those moments of pain, I was able to rebuild myself. From that moment of pain, when I said, if I had a gun, I would shoot myself. Before I talk about expressing yourself. I was at a party at the school, the university in Amsterdam. And I just turned to the person next to me. And I told them, if I had a gun, I would kill myself.
And what they said?
I said, oh, but Guy, you're so happy all the time. How is that possible? So, I didn't speak. My body asked for help. I was so down below that it just happened by itself. I didn't think, I will ask for help.
Why you did not fight?
Thank you. And why couldn't I fight? I love this question. Because at that moment, when I started to discover that I could share my feelings, I discovered friends. So suddenly, my life started to change. Suddenly, I found a tiny, not even an apartment, a room somewhere. And I finally had a real place that I paid for. And I felt good about my life suddenly because I started to express myself, to share my feelings. So the first time in my life, I felt good. And that's when I went and did a yoga class. The yoga class was from a friend of mine. So for the first time, I was in such a nice, good position in life that at the meditation of the yoga class, suddenly memories came back of when I was 3 years old. And I won't describe them because they're too awful, but basically it felt I was being attacked, I was being abused.
Where?
When I was 3 years old.
By your mom or by your father?
At that time, I didn't know.
You didn't
No.
know.
Because it was such a memory that came from nowhere. Is that real? Is that true? I didn't know what it meant. I just know it was something strange. Is it something real that happened? So I went back to Canada. My studies were finished. And then one day I just asked my mother, did something happen when I was young? And she says, oh, why do you ask? I said, well, I had this funny image in meditation. And then she just said, oh, yes, it's true. We had a 16-year-old girl living in our home, and I caught her playing with you, and she lived with us for 3 months, so I screamed and I kicked her out, and that was that. But the way she told it was like, oh yes, we buy a fridge that year. It's not important. So for me, my reaction was to say, oh, okay, I guess it's not important. But I felt it must do something to have lived that. So it took me months, but finally I went to a bookstore. I went into this health section, psychology section, and then I took a book. And I said, okay, The Courage to Heal. A book for women victims of abuse. I said, okay. I was scared of opening the book, but eventually I did. And then each line was talking about me. Mm-hmm. The loneliness, the suicide, the hate, the doubt, everything. And I felt like a fire. I felt so hurt. I felt anger. So I took my journal and I just started to write and to write and to write and to write. I was mad, angry, but at the same time, I was happy. Because suddenly it made sense. All the feeling of pain and all the feeling of suicide and loneliness and shame, it's like I found a key. Mm-hmm. I find a door to start healing. Mm-hmm. And it took years and years and years and years. And from there, I slowly grew. But it takes time. It takes patience. It takes a good environment. I always compare healing of the soul or healing of the spirit like being cut on your skin. If you cut yourself on the skin, you don't need to look at it and say, heal, heal, heal. It heals by itself. Unless you keep playing with it, mm-hmm. Then you won't heal. It's the same thing with your feelings. If you let your feelings be expressed, your life will change by itself. This is one of the biggest lessons I've learned. You don't have to work at healing. Healing at getting better at healing. But your job is to create an environment where you will be safe, where the healing can happen. When I live in Amsterdam, it took me 2.5 years when I got close to the suicide thought to understand that I had to get away from my family. I had to get away from my home because that was such not a safe environment. So healing is not only about willpower or self. It's about finding a good environment. So from there, I was on a slow, long journey. I became an art teacher. And I was teaching in museum. And then one day, when you talk about finding your purpose, I had to stop working at the museum. I don't know if you ever had to face a new boss. When I talk about a not safe environment, there was a new boss over me, and his intention was to get rid of all the people who have been working there for a long time because they cost more money. I don't know if you understand this idea. The longer you work at a place, the more you got ancienneté. So I had to decide, am I staying there or not? So I decided I'm going, and started to do what I'm doing today as a speaker, to share the stories. And I did. Challenge. It was a challenge.
I'm sorry, where you were working
In a museum in Canada.
I
I was back in Canada.
Museum of what?
Of art.
Of art.
Yeah, I was an art teacher. And I love to teach art, teach music. Thank you. Thank you for asking. If you have questions, that's always good.
in Montreal?
In Montreal, in
Musée des
Canada.
Beaux-Arts?
Among other museums, many museums, I worked there. And then I started to give lectures about art. But something inside of me got really angry. He says, "You're not a good boy anymore. You know? You quit your job. That's no good. How are you going to get money? How are you going to survive? You have to be a good boy. You have to do what your parents tell you. You have to do what your boss tells you." This is what I call the good boy or the good girl. And the good boy didn't like me. He says, "Oh, why are you doing this? A shame of you. You have to work. You have to be serious." So I got scared of the good boy. I got scared of myself. I couldn't sleep anymore. I got so scared. Oh, what did I do? I quit my job. What will I do with money? What will people say about me? What will people say about me? I have to be a good person, a good boy, or a good girl. So, I couldn't sleep. I felt so bad. The doctor was telling me I need to take some little pills to make you happy. Happy pills. Not me. I didn't want to go down that road. No happy pills for me. Still, I couldn't sleep. So, my voice inside, the calling, the purpose, it kind of says, Guy, I always wanted to do, I know of people who get together and they laugh. I'm scared of doing something like that, say. They get together and they laugh for an hour. But I was so desperate, I said, I'm going to try it. So I went to something called laughter yoga. It's called yoga because the person who put it together is from India. So it's not about taking position, but it's about playing. It's about almost being like a child again. So for half an hour, I played with imaginary balls. I became a giraffe. I don't know why a giraffe goes like this. That doesn't make sense. And then, as soon as it finished, I said, I want to become a laughter yoga teacher. And within 1 month, I became a certified laughter yoga teacher. Once you touch your purpose, once you touch your calling, the universe will send you what you need. I know it sounds gigi. First Georgian word I master very easy. Gigi. So
Artistic people were always
Always a little
afraid, she says.
the universe will help you. It sounds crazy, but it keeps happening. It's very strange. So that was going so well that I saw how laughter was making me so much better in my life. I decided I will write a book on laughter. So it wasn't this book yet. It was the benefits of laughter. I started to give talks. I became a laughter teacher. I gave workshop on laughter. I say I will write a book on laughter. So I wrote to all the big laughter teachers around the world. And then I had to write to Dr. Patch Adams because of the movie with Robin Williams. So Patch Adams is an American doctor who introduced clowns in hospitals. If you did not see the movie, you really must see the movie. It's a really heartwarming movie. So I wrote to him. And then months later, I received a postcard from him telling me, oh, Guy, I like your idea of laughter, but I travel all the time. I cannot give you interview, so you must come with me to do a clown trip. Ah! Me? Who is worth nothing? Who is not a clown? He was inviting me to Guatemala. I don't speak Spanish. And I was afraid of airplanes. You know. So I went to see a therapist. A person I trusted that I see once a year when I feel so. And then she asked me a question nobody else asked me. She said, okay, Guy, what do you want? Me? Am I allowed to want something? What do you want? Nobody asked me that before, what I want. And it didn't make sense, but I said, I want to go. I want to go to Guatemala to meet Patch and to do that. I was scared. It doesn't make sense. Once you touch your calling, your purpose, it doesn't make sense. But you do it because you feel it's the right thing to do. There's no logic. You just do it like that. And I went, and I was scared. But the first time I went out in a hospital, I was so doubt. It's like, who am I to do this? But as soon as I saw the kids looking at me and their smiles, then all my fears, they go away. Because I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for them. When you think of yourself, you doubt yourself, or you think about your fears or your dream. But when you're open to whatever happens around the world will tell you what it needs from you. You don't need to make any decisions anymore. And each trip, my heart opened and opened and opened more and more and more. So after Guatemala, I went to Peru, I went to Russia, I went to India. Now, each of these trips is voluntary. So, in a very good way, in a very strange way, all those years I work in the museum, I felt totally worthless. And feeling worthless, I would never buy myself food or clothes or nice things. Never, never. But I've been working in the museum for 20 years. So I saved money without saving money. I didn't save money because I wanted to save money. I just saved money because I was worthless. There was no reason to spend it. So suddenly I found myself with some money, and with that money, now I'm able to give love around the world, to travel.
Well, it was kind of like a joke. She said that when you worked at the museum for 20 years, in the meantime you could have sold some items and you could have traveled.
Yeah, it's true. I was making my art, and that's why today I still have most of my art. So I hope one day to, with the book, have an exhibition of my art. So after traveling for 4 years in different countries, I told myself it's time to write my book of healing, because it's no longer a theory, it's no longer psychology. It's the idea that I was in pain, I was lost, I was suicidal, I had no hope. And then because of starting to listen to myself, starting to listen to other people, I don't know if I can say that because of the pain I live, I can go see people in pain. And I'm fine with that, because I understand what is pain. Pain doesn't scare me. And I really believe that the best healer for pain is to be listening. Pain for yourself in your own life and to other people. The art of listening. So maybe just to finish, and then if you have questions, we can have a small discussion. Listening is the best way to start to transform your life. By opening yourself to what is happening inside of you, you start to hear your calling, your purpose, your dreams. A dream is something you cannot achieve. If you dream to California, that's good. But once you get there, after many weeks or months, you say, okay, what do I do now? So a dream is, I always think of Martin Luther King. You know Martin Luther King? He was a priest in America in the 1960s, when there was a lot of racist for the black people. And he said one famous phrase. Do you know that phrase? What did he say?
მე მახსოვს ეს ისტორიული პერიოდი, მაგრამ კინგმა როცა გადაატრიალას ბევრი რამე
He says,
ჩამოაყალიბა პროტესტანტული ეკლესიის მოძრაობა.
yeah, that's him. But his famous phrase, his slogan was, I have a dream. I have a dream. So finding your dream is what will nourish you. I always think of a dream like if you have a compass. I don't know how you say that. Compassy. A dream will tell you, I want to go into that direction. So today, my direction is that I believe that life is a gift. Nobody is telling me what to do or how to do. When I meet people who say, but life is a struggle. Yeah, but if you weren't here in the universe, there would no be struggle in any case. So we forget. It's like the air that we breathe. Air is there. Air is free. It's only when there's no longer air, you say, uh-oh, I needed air to live. So my belief today is that, maybe just one word, is listen. Maybe that's the gift I can give you.
You have a very big heart. იმიტომ ძალიან რთულია რომ ყველას მოусმინო.
She said that you have a big heart because you listen to people. Actually listen.
და კიდე გაიგო რა თან ადამიანებს გულში. ამისთვის ძალიან ბევრი დროა საჭირო და გულისხმიერება. და კიდე მოგზაურობისთვის ბევრი ენერგია ღმერთმა ჯანმრთელობა მოგცეთ. რომ შეგიძლიათ ამდენი.
So you are listening and understanding many people, and it's too complicated. This is one thing, and second thing that you travel a lot and it takes strength and energy, and bravo for that.
Oh, thank you. And the thing is that
C'est très difficile de partager la difficulté des autres, des gens que vous écoutez.
I agree that to be able to listen to other people and to be present for them, maybe that's my gift. And
your talent.
with my talent. So, but what I've learned is that it is possible, that every one of you has something magical to bring into this world. Mm-hmm. And listening to oneself is one place to start. For me, clowning, this is my experience. Mm-hmm. It's not theories. It's from being in front of the child. Like, to keep my presentation short, I didn't give the examples of when my life changed. In Tbilisi, very simple. One thing that changed my life already. In Tbilisi, you're going to say, Guy, you're crazy. It started soon at the airport, as soon as I got out from the airport. I didn't understand then what was happening, but as soon as I passed the door from the guards at the airport, there were 3 dogs with the tags. And I was looking and said, why are there dogs here? And where is the owner of the dogs? It's like, I had no idea.
We don't have the owners of the dogs.
No, but
3 dogs.
you have Georgians, at least Tbilisi, because I've learned never to generalize. So Tbilisi people, the soul of Tbilisi people have a big heart because of the dogs. Not the dogs give you a big heart, but because in other cities, country, they would kill the dog, they would catch the dog, they would destroy. But no, there's a beautiful love. It's a detach. It's not a cold love. You know, some people, I'm a hugger. I hug people. Some people don't touch me. Doesn't mean they don't love. It just means their expression of love is a non-physical one. So, the dogs of Tbilisi changed me. And the other one you're going to find, but Guy, you're so crazy. Gigi. It's the trees. I'm sure all of you, you don't understand. If I explain, you understand. But in America, when a tree is in the middle of the sidewalk, you cut it. If a tree is in the way in the street, you cut it. If a tree gets a bit old and a bit crooked, you cut it. You get rid of anything that looks old and that is kind of broken. You get rid of anything that's in the way. Not in Tbilisi. I've been, tourists take photos of the church and of this and that. I take photos of the trees that's in the middle of the sidewalk. I take photos of the dogs. The other day by the free Liberty thingy,
Square.
there's the big superstore. What do you call the big store?
Oh yeah, the gallery.
Yeah, the gallery. And just in front there was a dog on his back like that. Not like that.
Free dogs in
But no, he was basically his legs open like that. I'm sure for you don't see that anymore. You don't say, why is that important? And so that are two concrete examples of me of the spirit of here. So when I walk in the city, you have all those buildings falling apart.
Yeah.
Next to a building that's
New.
clean or new. So in Tbilisi, there's a culture of not so much taking care of, but there is a value. There's a minimum value, and even if you don't speak about it, even if you don't share about it, it's there. That's something unique, I found. So why do I say it changed my life? It's an other example, never to judge people on what it looks like. Look deeper. Some people say, yeah, but the dogs are dirty. Says, yeah, but that's on the surface. But if you look deeper, you can see that the dogs are there because people love them. And the people who love the dog is a very special people. If so, they don't know how to express it. But I will give love every second of my life. That's it. Whatever happens, whoever happens, each second I breathe to give love.